Good morning. It's day 22, March 11th, 2018. It's about 8:30. It was 7:30 this time yesterday, but we sprung forward an hour overnight. So, no major issues overnight. It wasn't as cold as it was the 2 nights after it snowed. It did rain a little bit, but it wasn't as miserable getting ready. Actually, I say it wasn't miserable at all getting ready this morning. It was not bad at all. Getting everything packed up, getting breakfast made. Stayed with a couple section hikers from Knoxville last night. A couple good guys. And they're going to the same place we are today. Cosby Knob Shelter. Which, according to them, like I said, they're local from Knoxville, so I guess they know. They said it's a party shelter because it's close to a campground. So we'll see what it's like when we get there. That's about 13 and a half, something like that. It's supposed to be mostly downhill though. As you can see, it's still raining and misty, so looks like the no view crew is going to be consistent into day 22. I don't know what major view is coming up. Looking at gut hooks last night, it didn't look like there were a lot of features of note that we're going to miss anyway. We did pack 2 liters of water this morning because it doesn't look like there's a lot of water sources between here and the shelter. But my food bag's pretty light, so it's not really a noticeable load. Alright. That's going to be it for this morning. Until next time, reboot, heading north. The no view crew was graced with a view this morning. And you see the clouds. You probably already know that's why they're called the Smoky Mountains. It's about 12:35. About a mile and a half north of Tri-Corner Shelter, where we stopped and had lunch. So we got about 7 miles to go to get to Cosby Knob, where we're staying tonight. As you can see, the trail is really slushy. Ringo said it was like walking through ice water. I think he's right. My vast vistas, though, I don't have any water sloshing around. My feet aren't cold. When the shuttle driver was driving us down to Gatlinburg, he was talking about how this part of the AT through the Smokies was his favorite part because it reminded him of indoor, and he was always expected an Ewok to pop out on him. There's this extremely dense spruce forest. Of course, the trees aren't as big as the ones that were in the Star Wars movie, but man, it's thick. I don't think they could chase each other around on those, I forget what those things were called. It's been so long since I've seen that movie, but you know what I'm talking about. Anyway, for those coming behind us, hopefully you won't have all the slush, but today's just been one hill after another, it seems like. I didn't expect this much uphill. I thought it went more downhill after Kleeman's Dome. But we've had 3 or 4 sustained, gradual climbs today, including one we just did coming out of Tri-Corner shelter. Seemed like it was over a mile. It wasn't steep, but it just went on and on and on, just gradually uphill at the side of the mountain. No switchbacks, just straight, going up as far as you see, and you come around a corner and you're hoping that it goes down, but you come around the corner and you're still going up. But finally got up and over that, and now we've got some downhill. So this is the wrap up for day 22. It's 3 o'clock and we are a half mile from Cosby Knob shelter. We had about 4 miles to go to Cosby Knob shelter. We started descending, and we descended for about 2.5 miles, thinking it was going to be a descent all the way to the shelter. But there's one thing that's consistent about going northbound through the Smokies. Right before you get to a shelter, you got to climb. And climb we did for about a mile, the last 1.5 miles. But I'm done with it now. It was a frustrating day as far as trail conditions. All that slush, just every time you put your foot down it slid. But once we started that descent, the slush disappeared and temperature went up. So it's been pretty nice the last 4 miles. But even with all that, a couple positive notes. They called for rain all day, and we haven't hardly gotten rained on at all. And tonight is the last night in a Smokies shelter. It's going to be good feeling tomorrow when we wake up. We know it's our last day in a Smokies. Finally hiking out of here. So all that leads me to one conclusion. It's all good in the woods.